What's up? This is going to be very off the cuff and just kind of random, but I wanted to just kind of say something on the channel. So we're going to play some Power Wash Simulator, and I'm just going to chat. I'm just going to chat about, you know, where I've been, what I've been up to, what's happening, the state of the world. I don't know. But we'll get into it. So, yeah, prepare for a bit of a train wreck because this is by no means pre-planned. I just kind of had the thought to do this all of a sudden. So, yeah, let's just kind of hang out. So, this is by no means a let's play, by the way. This is just a means to an end. I just wanted to have something on the channel where I could, like, you know, touch base with my my subscribers who, you know, because I know nobody cares, right? Like, I may have, like, over 1,000 subscribers, but, like, only, like, 10 of those matter. Like, you know what I mean? It's one of those things where over the years I've accumulated subscribers, yeah, but by no means am I a well-known individual. It's just how things have fallen, you know? And a few people have actually reached out in the past wee while and asked me where I've been. They've wondered why I deleted the Discord, and, you know, basically a few things happened, right? Essentially, the biggest in my life is that, like, I just kind of had a shift of priorities, I guess you could say, you know? Because for the longest time, I'd just done YouTube, you know? Like, I don't know if you've ever checked out every single video on the channel, but the first video, or at least in my mind, the first video on the channel was a video review of Humble Bundle games. And I made that a long time ago. I think it was 2013. I made that as a sort of test, you know, because I wanted to do video game reviews, and I was like, if I do this, this will be like a nice sort of, you know, proof of concept to see, like, how I can execute it, how I can do it, etc. And yeah, it's been a long while since then, because 2013 was a long time ago, and, you know, a lot's happened since then, because I worked my ass off on the channel, you know, like, maybe wasn't the most, like, efficient YouTuber out there, but, like, you know, I think you can tell that I put my best foot forward, and, you know, made as good of videos as I could, you know, within my my abilities, my equipment, and stuff like that, you know. And I think for the most part they were pretty decent, you know, like, they were somewhat stand out. But I've never been very good at marketing myself, and I think that was ultimately kind of my downfall, you know, because I was, you know, I had a very I'll just let the work speak for itself kind of mentality towards it, which is not by any means a bad way to approach YouTube, but you know, there's a reason marketing is such a big thing for games and for just people and movies and stuff in general, you know. And yeah, I think ultimately that's kind of the downfall, is that, like, I was never good at the whole marketing side. I thought if I get recognition on YouTube, I want it to be from the work. I want it to be from, you know, going about it as honest and as, you know, yeah, just as genuinely as possible, you know, because I would never want to do this sub for something. Anyway, this is a tangent. Never mind. So, yeah, like, essentially my priority shifted from YouTube. And, you know, for years I'd struggled with the fact that, like, I always wanted to work in games, right? I always wanted to make games. Ideally, I wanted to make games as, like, an artist, you know? So, like, drawing, modeling, you know, that sort of thing. I always like the idea of being a shader artist, because shaders are really cool. And yeah, like, obviously the pandemic hit. I had a lot of spare time, and that's when I started pumping out more videos again. You know, I did that series on Prince of Persia, and doing that left me feeling quite burned out, because I guess it's just the way I work on things, and I think it's safe to say this has always been the case on my YouTube channel. I just worked on those videos until I was properly burned out, you know, until I had like nothing left to give, and I was just like, I can't do this, and it made me realize I don't even know why I was doing YouTube at this point. You know, it was like I feel like my videos were nowhere near as good as they used to be, because before I used to put like all this effort into making like really cool effects and, you know, try and go the extra mile for my videos, but I had kind of been phoning it in a little bit. I don't know. I feel like the writing was better in some aspects, but yeah, it was by no means really what I wanted to be doing anymore. And then, you know, things started to open up again, and I talked to my girlfriend B, and I was like, I think I want to go back to college. I want to do game design stuff. And that's what I did. So about August, September of 2020 is when I started going to college in Aberdeen, my city, doing game design, and it wasn't easy. It was a lot of learning, because before going to college, I basically got onto like learning programming and stuff like that. I love using Unity. Unity is my engine of choice. My college primarily uses Unreal, and I've come to realize I don't think I like Unreal very much. Oh, sorry. It's my alarm going off to take my crazy pill, because that's another thing entirely. And then my watch is telling me the same thing. Stop it! I've already taken it. Alright. So yeah, that's what I've been doing for essentially the past, I don't know, I guess the past year and a half, couple of years in general, is just programming. A lot of programming, a lot of game dev practice, a lot of living as well, as much as possible, you know? Being locked inside for as long as I was, you know, it gave you like a real desire to go out and live, you know. So like recently especially, I've been going to a lot of like local music gigs and stuff like that, and it's been really nice. I've been meeting people. Some of the bands had members that I actually knew from when I was growing up in Peterhead, and that was really cool as well. So yeah, that kind of brings us to here, right? So today, I was just kind of, I have nothing to do today. I've been playing Power Wash Simulator because it's very relaxing and it's very nice. And yeah, I just kind of thought I need to check in with the YouTube channel. I need, like, because it'd been on my mind for a while. I keep tweeting about it and stuff like that. So here is what I'm here to talk about, essentially, is I guess the future of the channel is a good subject for this, right? Because like last year, yeah, I did reviews and stuff like that, but you might have also noticed I did try some other things. Like I tried this whole reviewing people's videos, and like that was a lot more off the cuff and a lot more, you know, unscripted, which, let's be real, right? That's kind of the way a lot of YouTube content has gone, right? People love watching people watch people, you know. Like you'll watch, I don't know, like YouTubers like PewDiePie, and he's like just watching videos, he's just hanging out, having a good time. You know what? It's quite enjoyable content. I used to laugh at the concept of a British TV show called Gogglebox, where it's just a bunch of people sitting around watching TV. I kind of get it now, you know? Like, I do. That's not what I'm going to be doing, though. Like, what I'd like to be doing is game dev content, you know? Not like tutorials or anything like that. Maybe some kind of tutorial at some point, if I happen to do something that people think is interesting, or they wonder how I did it and stuff like that, which I don't think will be the case for a while, because I'm by no means an expert, at least not yet. But, you know, I have games that I want to make. I participate in game jams, or at least I have been recently, because I'm getting to the point of confidence where I can maybe, you know, participate in these things. So that's kind of what I was thinking, is, you know, videos of me participating in game jams, maybe like development logs of games and various things I'm working on. And yeah, just generally stuff like that. Like I kind of like the idea of making more off the cuff videos like this. And you know what? Back in the day, I would have been like, does that sound good to you? Let me know what that is. You know, I don't care. Like, I'm at a point now where I'm an old man now, I'm wise. I've got a wise old beard, and, at a certain point, you got to do things that are self-serving. And that's what I will be doing going forward. Just doing what I want to do. It doesn't matter what people want. If people are like, I want unlikely reviews back, I'll be like, well, tough shit. They're over. They're done. At least for the foreseeable future. I have no passion for it anymore. I am by no means compelled to make anymore. But I do like the idea of trying to, still do something on the channel related to games. And maybe more just social, off-the-cuff stuff like this. Like, I could even, I'd even consider doing some streaming of, like, working on games and things like that. Because, like it or not, that's where I am now, Like, YouTube did not work out for me, It's a shame. But it's the reality of the situation, Like, you look at all these people, like Markiplier, PewDiePie, and they're so eternally grateful to be in the positions that they are, and I love them all to pieces as it is. But sadly, that's the reality. It doesn't work out for all of us, And I think I'm a prime example of that. I poured 100% of myself into my videos. Like, I lived and died for those videos, and you can only do that for so long without some sort of return on your investment, right? It's just how it is. Like, it's just the way the world works. Because I honestly think YouTube might have even caused me more problems, because, like, I would be quite flaky with, like, jobs and stuff like that because I was just so passionate. I wanted to pour everything of myself into these videos to the point where, like, it would actually harm my ability to make money in real life and support, whatever household I was part of at the time, And it's a shame, but I do feel like I've grown a lot since then. I can hold down a job now. Suffice to say, I'm not working right now. But that's because I wanted to focus on college, and my current living situation, I have no rent. Because reasons, not going to go into. But, like, yeah, I don't pay rent. I'm incredibly fortunate to be in a situation where I don't need to pay rent. Essentially what happens is any money I get, I just kind of split it with my girlfriend and just kind of, like, I do, like, food shops and keep us topped up in that regard. And, yeah, that's kind of just how we operate, and it's really nice, And my girlfriend B has been incredibly supportive. Absolutely love her to pieces. And I could not ask for, a better partner for this kind of situation. Like, she's 100% been backing me when it comes to doing the game development stuff, because she saw me working on those videos, and she was concerned a little bit. She was like, dude, you got burned out. And I was like, yeah, I know. That's just, that's just part of my problem. Because I guess I'm one of those individuals where, if you're not tired and, like, fucking dying working on something, then you're not giving it enough, right? You got to work until you're burned out. That's kind of always been my approach to these sorts of things. But it's not sensible, it's by no means sustainable, and you got to try and strike that balance. I know it's not fun, because, like, that's kind of how I've always been. Like, I'm always like, nah, you gotta just do it all, you gotta be 100% in. But come on, dude, like, the real world doesn't give a fuck about your YouTube channel unless, it's making money, like, because that was always the issue my family had, right? Is they're like, Scott, we're happy for you to, like, invest your time and stuff in these things, but show me the money, Not that it matters, because, like, ultimately my family has no say on what I do, but I'm an individual You know, I'm a grown ass man. I can do whatever I like. And just for reference, you should never feel pressured to do anything like your family or anybody else, you know, forces you to do. I think people, you know, should be allowed to pursue their passions, even if they're risky. You know what I mean? Like, I've got a friend who's an actor, and he fucking loves it. It might not be like the most consistent work out there, but goddamn, if he doesn't pour his heart and soul into it, and that, you know, I admire that. I think that's what people should do. Oh, my camera has run out of battery. We'll come back to that later. So, yeah, like, that's kind of the way I am towards anything I work on. And then, you know, working on games is no different. Ideally, I'd like to get a job in game development, but even if I end up just working for myself, making independent games, like, I have game ideas I want to work on, you know? And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with just doing things independently. It may not... The only thing that getting a job does is it, like, legitimizes it, right? In the eyes of other people. Be like, oh, I work for Ubisoft. I work for EA. I work for Rockstar. You know, like... It's cool, but, like, it also comes with a lot of downsides, you know? So, yeah, that's... I guess that's it, really. That's where I'm at. And I felt like I'd been very silent on the channel for a very long time. And I thought it was about high time I, you know, popped up and at least said something, because I don't want people thinking I've just forgotten about this part of my life. You know, I'll never forget about it. I'll never forget about the time I spent doing YouTube, my life in Glasgow, you know. Just everything prior to now. Because, you know, it was a very formative time in my life. I learned a lot from it. It was a lot of hardship, a lot of growing. And by no means easy. And yeah, like, there was a lot of things lost in the process as well. But that's life, you know. You learn from your mistakes, and you try to, you know, make peace with what you've done and with what happened. And, you know, I gained a lot. I gained a lot of good things from YouTube. Like, if people remember Freezax, I'm still really good friends with him. Jeffrey, he's one of my best friends. And we still talk very regularly. And, you know, I might even be able to see him in person for the first time ever in December, which is crazy. Even despite the crazy world situation we're going through right now, you know, like, I might be able to have this experience, which is funny, right? Because, like, there was probably a time in my life where it made more sense for Jeffrey and I to meet in person, but we just never did, you know? We just never did, which is fine, you know, like, just because I haven't met him in person doesn't make him any less my friend, you know? And vice versa. Like, he's... Like, the other night, I was very drunk, and I just ended up sending Jeffrey videos. And, like, in the moment, because I was very drunk, I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna love these. I'm like, hitting him with all these fucking stories and things that I was up to this night. But then I looked back at the videos the next day, and it's literally just me slurring through my words, being like, oh, Jeffrey, I fucking love you, dude. Like, it's just like... Honestly, like, that's all I said for, like, 5 minutes straight. It was like, love you. I think you're the best. I wish you appreciated yourself as much as I love you. Oh, God, I would fucking die for you, dude. I love you, Jeffrey. You're the best. Oh, you're so fit. You're so hot. And then, yeah, I was like, what the fuck? And then Jeffrey responded to it just saying, like, just get yourself home safe, okay? And I was like, I will, you beautiful man. I think there's still other YouTubers I talk to. I still very much love Caleb, Calibrated Gamer, Justin from Game Theater, absolutely love that dude. But yeah, like, what a journey, right? Especially if you're watching this, the chances are you're watching this because you're somebody who has somewhat been along on this journey with me, and you're curious to see what I've been up to, you know? Which, if that is the case, thank you, I guess. Like, thank you for sticking by me, even though I've been, like, the worst YouTuber in terms of, like, consistency. Like, even when I was actively making things all the time, it still didn't feel very consistent to me. It felt very, like, sporadic, you know, because I think part of it was, like, undiagnosed depression, you know, which I have medicine for now, which has actually helped me quite a lot. And I'm sure plenty of people over the years have probably looked at my videos and been like, dude, you need to get some help. But I did, you know, I did get help, and it funnily enough, it did help a lot, you know. People knock it, and people say, like, oh, depression medicine messes you up. It can, if you don't get the right stuff. But if it works, it works. You know, it genuinely does. You just need to know what you need. I guess I'll keep going until I finish this wall. How about that? I don't know why I chose Power Wash Simulator. I just thought, it seems like a nice game to talk over, you know. And I've been really vibing with it lately, because, I don't know, it's very soothing. And sometimes, that's all we need in life sometimes, right? Is a little bit of relaxation. You know? No competition, no fucking gun shooting, just cleaning up some dirt. It's like a metaphor for life, isn't it? We're wiping the slate clean of all the bullshit that's happened in the past. And yeah, feel free to, like, say hello in the comments and, you know, let me know. You should let me know, like, how you know the channel. If you're somebody I don't know personally, like, I know people, like, I know JDM James and, you know, Joe and Tyler and, you know, all these, like, people I've known for a very long time. But, like, there are some people, like, who commented on my channel, like, ages ago, right? And, like, I only, like, picked up on their names occasionally. Like, I didn't really know them that well, but they would regularly, like, you know, like, make little comments and stuff, which I appreciate. It's always nice to, you know, I guess to impact someone's life in some way, shape, or form. I don't know how you get this. Can I stand up here? No, there's an invisible wall. All right, we're just gonna have to jump, lads. Yeah, like, I just kind of, like, I didn't enjoy this, you know, feeling of unfinished business I had left because of my, you know, time away from the channel. I think my time away from the channel was needed, definitely, because, you know, it was very beneficial to me and my mental health to have the time, you know. Let's get a ladder, see if that works. Aha, there you go. I think sometimes it's okay, right? And I'm saying this as somebody who's gone through a lot, right? Sometimes it's okay to admit to yourself and to others when things don't work, right? Like, that's why a lot of people stay in, like, unhappy relationships and stuff, right? It's because they're afraid of the unknown. They're afraid of admitting to themselves that something they're doing, something they're living with, doesn't work. And for me, that was YouTube, to an extent. Or at least the YouTube in the sense of, like, putting all my eggs in one basket. You know? Because I was just wasting my life. Because I'd lost sight of why I'd originally done it, right? I originally did it as an outlet, as, like, a way to get, you know, just a way to keep my skills from getting rusty, you know, like drawing, editing, 3D modeling, effects, all that kind of stuff. Like, that's why I did it, was because I wanted to have a way to keep those things, you know, keep on learning those things. And, yeah, eventually I just kind of lost sight of that. Lost sight of why I was doing it. And as I say, I think sometimes it's okay to admit when things don't work. And for me, that very much wasn't working. Why is this wall not clean? The hell? Y'all see any dirt? 'Cause I don't see any dirt. Get clean. Oh, it's so close. The fuck? Now I'm just playing the game. Let me finish this wall, right? Come on. So close. So yeah, that's the journey I've been on. A journey of learning game dev and meeting new people as well. Like, I came to Aberdeen all on my own. And, you know, I met people, and then I met more people, and it's just keeps going. I've got a really good friend at college. His name's Kirk. I fucking love that dude. It's nice to have, like, new people I'm meeting, and people I'm meeting from different walks of life, you know what I mean? Rather than just everybody being a bunch of nerds from YouTube, you know? Not that that's bad or anything like that. If you have friends like that, by all means, fucking celebrate that, because it is an achievement in itself, being part of a community. But yeah, I guess this has kind of been my TED Talk. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all keeping safe. I'm sorry I've been so quiet for so long, but I'm sure at the same time nobody really minds, you know. Because, you know, I'm not that important. You can live on without me, and that's fine. But just wanted to check in to let you all know I'm still here. You know, I'm still here. I'm still trucking away. And I'm still making things. It might not be YouTube videos, but I am still making things. And I think in the end, to me personally, that's the most important thing, right? Is we're still out here. We're still being creative. And we're still trying. We're still trying to make something good out of ourselves, you know? And that's what this video has been about. About wiping the slate clean. And just checking in to let y'all know I'm still here. I guess this is probably it for now. But yeah, thank you all for watching this. If you stuck down to the end, it's very appreciated. Hope you enjoyed Power Wash Simulator. I know it's just like a means to an end, but it was quite nice cleaning walls with you. And yeah, I guess I'll catch you next time I upload something, which I don't know when that'll be, but I thought, you know, good to check in, right? Okay, I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching.